So today I'm going to talk about goals, and literally everybody has goals, whether they know it or not. Just getting up every day is a goal. To get out of your bed is a goal. If you have a job, you have a goal every day to get to work on time. There's just a variety of goals. But sometimes when the idea or the subject of goals comes up, it is when a new year has begun and people establish or set goals that they want to achieve for that coming year. Unfortunately, this sad statistic is that 2 months into the year, about 80% have failed or have stopped working toward that goal. At 6 months in, what is remaining is 40% of those who are remaining have stopped reaching toward those goals. So the question comes up, and it came up in my mind, why do people fail at reaching their goals? So just a few thoughts here. First of all, there could be a lack of balance in the goals that you are reaching or trying to achieve. So what does that mean? Well, Albert Einstein said, life is like a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. So that wheel on a bicycle is what helps your bicycle to keep going, right? It's just one of the mechanisms. But within that wheel, there are several spokes. Now, if you have some spokes missing, or if the wheel is not in good shape, or it's bent in some way, that's going to compromise the stability of your bicycle ride, the functioning of your bicycle ride. It's going to compromise it. So keeping that in mind, that the wheel, the spokes within the wheel are the domains of your life, the areas of your life that you function in and that need to be kept in balance. Okay? So without that stability and that balance, a functioning life makes it more difficult to have a smooth functioning life. And it makes it more difficult to reach the goals you are trying to achieve. So what does that translate to? So let's say, for example, if your goal is to work so consistently and so hard to build and maintain your dream house, what is the point if you have no time and your health or the time to enjoy it or your family is not there, right? So in other words, focusing on just one avenue or one spoke of your life could mean compromising or neglecting other areas, and ultimately your goal of probably being happy is not going to be achieved. A second thing to consider as to why goals are failed is that they are more of a wish rather than an actual goal or plan of action. So wishful thinking is one thing, but if you're really determined on trying to get something achieved, you're going to have a measure, or you're going to have a list or a plan of how you're going to achieve it. And you're going to have a date as to when you want to accomplish that. Also, a third barrier to achieving goals can be emotional or mental barriers. An example might be maybe you've had a traumatic event, or maybe someone has offended you in some way. And rather than trying to process that and letting it go, to help you move forward, you just keep hanging on to it and dwelling on it. So it's kind of like that not letting go is like having hot coals in your hand. Those hot coals is that offensive action or that traumatic event, whatever it might be. And you just keep hanging on to it and hanging on to it in your hands. Now, think about it. Who is it hurting by continuing to hang on to it? It's only hurting you, right? And if you're not letting it go, where is your focus? If it's hurting you, whenever you have pain or discomfort, where is your focus going to be? It's going to be on that pain and discomfort. So if you're constantly holding on to whatever it is, if you're constantly holding on to this thing, where is your focus going to be? It's not going to be out there in the future where you want to be. It's not going to be moving forward with your goal. It's going to be just stuck right here looking at it. So try to find a way to let it go, move past it, and go forward. Now, why can you find success in your goals? Many times a mistake is setting goals that are not reasonable. Too many goals, unreachable goals, these are things that can cause you to be overwhelmed and then unable to achieve the goals. You start overthinking it, and pretty soon you're just stuck and you can't move forward. And that's what you don't want. And then setting a date to achieve the goal. If a date is never set, then there's never a reason to finish it, right? There's never a reason to finish it if a goal is not there. There's never a reason then to work hard at achieving that goal. Second, set goals that you are passionate about. Because if you're passionate about something, you're driven, right? It's something you like. It's something you love. If you set a goal for somebody else or something that you're not really loving, why would you work hard to achieve it? So set a goal that you're passionate about. Write down your goals. Why is this important? When you write down your goals, it's always visible in front of you. It's not just up in here, it's visible in front of you. So it will always serve as a reminder that this is what you're working toward. By writing down your goals, when you have achieved them, you can take that little pencil or pen and you can just check it off. Okay? Now, why is that important? Because later down the road, when you're feeling like you're a failure and you haven't accomplished anything, you can go back in that book, in that pages, and you can see all these check marks that you have made, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I have come a long way. I have made some accomplishments. Make sure that your goals are attainable, short stepping stones to what the larger goal might be. By setting goals there are many benefits to it. Okay. So setting goals gives you clarity, helps you to see where you are going. Don't be an Alice in Wonderland. Come to a roadblock and not know which way to go, because you could take any road, you don't know where you're going. It'll lead you somewhere. It just might not be where you want to be. And you don't know what that is unless you have a goal. It will give you a sense of accomplishment, which gives you confidence, which then empowers motivation to accomplish more, bigger things. Also, when we have accomplishment, it releases chemicals in your brain that then motivates you. It puts that desire in you to want to do more, to reach for more goals. Focus, another benefit of having goals. One of the articles I was researching used the term focus filter. And I thought it was really good the way he explained it. I'll be including the link in my blog. But it's like you have to determine what your long-term goal is. Then your little everyday goals can be easily determined, or monthly goals, whatever it might be, but your short-term goals, your stepping stones, can easily be determined by answering one question. Are these short-term goals, everyday goals, these stepping stones aligned with your long-term goal? If the answer is yes, go for it. If the answer is no, drop it like a hot bucket. Or drop it like those hot coals that you've been holding in your hands. Drop them. And it will help to keep things simple, because you don't have then all of these options being presented to you all the time. It keeps it simple, straightforward. Having goals assists in helping you to live longer with a purpose and with energy. I mean, when you have goals, it gives you a reason for getting out of bed every morning, right? Goals help to make life happen and provides direction. As I mentioned with Alice in Wonderland, if you don't have the goals, who of you would really go out on a vacation, set out on a vacation, and you didn't know where you were going, or you did not have a plan set in motion? Right? You wouldn't do that. You know where you are headed. Goals are the same way. It gives you direction. Goals help to unlock the potential in your heart. So when you are setting goals, pick goals that you are passionate about. When we are passionate about something, we are motivated to do it and to accomplish it. And then it helps to find out who we are inside. It helps us to be who we are more freely, and it helps us to become a better version of ourselves. When we're passionate about our goals, it shows in our presence, in our actions, in our speaking. It helps light us up, and people can see that. They are attracted then to you. It's like it adds an added charisma to you, because they can see and feel your passion. When you have goals, you can learn and grow. Even with failures, we learn from our mistakes. We learn from our successes. So we can learn the types of goals that we typically might set for ourselves. Are they the best goals for us? How many of them do we fail at? How many of them are we successful at? So we can learn a variety of things from our successes and our failures. And last of all, we gain joy. Goals will make us happy. Now, go slay the day.